What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing Organs, Please. This is a demo that just ended on Steam today, so sorry about not getting into it a little bit earlier. We've exhausted the planet's resources and began squabbling over scraps. It's easier to just steal from your neighbor than to consume consciously. The result was predictable: a nuclear war. We destroyed nature, opting for radiated ruins. According to the chirp of a Geiger counter, it wasn't fun to live through. To survive, we built the verticals, or verts. Gigantic monuments for a dying humanity. First there were cities, then our states. But there's no escaping hunger, so the verts governments opted for desperate measures, the recycling of their own citizens. Who else would lend you a helping hand for dinner if not your neighbor? That was creepy. Like, look back for a second. The end of humanity was near. Then the astronomers who managed to avoid getting eaten discovered an inhabitable exoplanet. Our chance to begin anew. The Farts have begun the construction of spaceships, arcs to colonize the new world, but not everyone will make the cut. Citizens of Vert 5, the Human Survival Committee is testing... We may never know. I may as well A++. Okay, so we signed off on it. Nice. Apparently that person's going to go to space. I wonder if this is what started all of it. Alright, so this is sort of like Papers, Please. So they got a little bit of a tutorial up top here. I'm assuming it's going to walk us through. Next inspection day is day 6. So we got that marked on the calendar. Obviously this is day 1. We got the survivability. We got some extra stuff here. Let's just start the day. We should be fine. Congratulations on your new appointment as the administrator for Factory, Miss McNeil. I've been told to give you a detailed guide. It is weird that they insisted so much on it, considering your brilliant results during the exam. I'm sure your uncle in the syndicate is very proud of his niece's achievements. Let's get to the factory. Okay, so to the factory is on the right side. This is the factory management screen. It displays several factory sections where your employees are hard at work. The resources produced by them are sent to the warehouse. Your task is to complete production orders. The ARC's icon will mark the tasks required to build a ship. Give those priority. Your first order is to build a launch complex out of bones for the ARC. Of course, you yourself won't waste away in the factory, Miss McNeil. You just need to assign employees by dragging their portraits to the relevant area. Assign 2 employees to the bones section, the 3rd to any other. Okay, so if you zoom in, you can see it a little bit better. Factory. So if you guys are trying to do this on your own, you can just click on that, and it's going to give us 2 slots. So basically, we're going to pick and choose who we want to do inside here. So we'll do Hernandez and Martinez. Click accept. And you want to go somewhere. Blood? Hair. You look like a hair person, so we'll put you in the hair section. The more employees that work in this section, the more resources will be produced there. The efficiency is represented by the number in the section's window. Cleaning takes a lot of work days' time. You can pause the timer, but you'll have to unpause it for the factory to start working. Runtime! We get all the resources we need from the bodies stored at the warehouse in a nice chilly environment. Each body passes through various sections where employees disassemble it for resources which are then sent to the warehouse. The remains are burned at the furnace to fuel the factory. There's a lot of work today. We need to establish a constant supply of bodies for the warehouse. Otherwise, the factory production will halt. Let's go to the checkpoint, Miss McNeil. To construct the ARC and complete orders, you'll require bodies. Lots of bodies. Candidates for recycling will come on their own, but you'll need to pull the lever. Use the lever and send 5 visitors to recycling. Miss McNeil, they're glad to sacrifice themselves for the sake of humanity. Locus Sigil. Okay, so his intelligence is kind of low. His stress tolerance. So, do we literally just do that to everybody? Stop crowding, you're pressuring me. I think we literally just dropped 5 people. Okay. So we got Roy Knight. Thank you for your sacrifice. Please note that I require adequate colleagues. Ryan White. Good day. I said good day. Juan Cook. How many have we done so far? Has it been 5? Sometimes you won't have enough fuel for the factory. You can incinerate the worst citizens of Vert 5 to cover that deficit. Everyone will have a chance to serve the needs of society. To refuel, burn 3 visitors with the lowest stats. Oops. Give me a job, I'll become your best employee! Linda Martinez, I'm sorry. Aaron Cook. Actually, this one's kind of smart compared to the rest, so we'll drop you down. This might be what is meant to happen. Elizabeth Green, thank you for your sacrifice. I see you got the hang of recycling and incinerating, but slow down a bit. We still need people to construct and man the Ark. We need the best citizens of Vert 5. We marked their best quantities in the cards with a green for your convenience. Check the documents stamped and return them to the future colonist. Admit 5 visitors with green stats to the Ark. You're good. I like droning on things, talking about myself. Do you want to see any pictures of my kids? I do not. Oh. Whoops, sorry there, buddy. So let's approve you. What do I do? Oh, I get it. So we get the stamp and then we sort of send them on their day. Whoops. Now we're starting to understand. Where's that weird smell coming from? I have no clue, but you got green check mark, so go on. Hello. How you doing today, Miss James Knight? Luke Parker? You look improved. Hi, staff visitors. Increase the Ark's survivability. The committee observes this key parameter. Besides increasing instruction, increasing the Ark's survivability will also increase the committee's trust in you, awarding you various bonuses. It's the same that not everyone in Vert 5 is as perfect as I am. Sometimes you'll have to admit people who aren't above average on every stat. But do make sure the total number of their stats is above 0, otherwise the Ark's survivability will lower. The rust bucket they'll cobble together won't be flying off too far. Increase the Ark's survivability level by admitting enough visitors with a positive stat total will turn them into space janitors or something. Alright, so you're all negative, so incinerate. You look good. You are allowed to pass. 42, so we got negative 23 and negative 35. Unfortunately, buddy, you got 1 good stat, but that's not going to equal it out. Once again, you're approved. Hello, Miss Carol Wilson. Luke Parker. How's it doing again? If you have work for a shy introvert, I'll gladly take it. If not, just recycle me painlessly. I can't handle it anymore. There you go, buddy. Actually would. Stop crowding. You're pressuring me. You seem to be decent. Once again, you're decent too, Jason Lewis. You got a little bit of stress tolerance, negative 36, but your 2 other stats sort of equal itself out. So welcome to the janitor position. We completed the Ark's order, but we didn't start a new one. Completing orders is an important job of your... We completed an Ark order, but didn't start a new one. Planning orders is an important part of your job, Miss McNeil. Let's return to the factory. You can plan the factory work using the orders board. It is divided into 3 order categories: mandatory, goods, and resources. The committee assigns you the mandatory orders. They are needed to construct and supply the Ark. Their completion isn't optional. However, you can pick and choose which commercial orders you accept. An order you accept is moved to the respective part of the order board. Accept all available orders. Okay, so we need blood and we need meat. Meat, blood, cool. I'll do 1. Oh, you too? People won't do voluntary work for the sake of Vert 5. However much government hopes for that, you'll need money for salaries, new factory sections, and bribes. Use commercial orders to earn income. New orders become available as soon as you complete the old ones. Employees send resources you collected from the bodies and produce good to the warehouse. You can check your stock there. Maybe you already have the resources for goods to complete an order. You can do so right away and take another one. Assign employee 2 sections according to the orders, then return to the checkpoint. Alright, so we're going to stop you in the hair section. We're going to put you inside the blood section. Click on accept. So we got blood, meat. So we're going to need to stop both of you guys. We'll do one into meat and the other one into textiles. Accept. So you're here, you're there. I believe. It's everybody, right? Are you already tired of my guidance, Miss McNeil? I suggest you demonstrate your outstanding factory management skills and complete the remaining 3 orders on your own. Don't forget the checkpoint either. Take care of 20 visitors so you can recycle and incinerate them, or even admit them to the Ark. Alright, buddy. Got a little bit of intelligence, but everything else is doing a little bit worse, and looks like we're doing alright on power, so I'm just gonna have to dump you. Prove Henry Hill. Welcome aboard. Christine Lopez, where's that weird smell coming from? I don't know. I want to ask questions. Grab it and go. Joyce Webb. Please note that I require adequate colleagues. Ooh, a doctor. The motivational posters in the corridor aren't the best. Let me draw you some of the new ones. Well, you're a doctor. We got a doctor that wants some colleagues, so congratulations. 45. All right, so we got -7, -16. You are technically approved. 49, 37, and 7. Barely made the cut. I'd give a lot to be in your place. I bet you would. Malin Bailey, another engineer. Nice. I'd love to see the stats. Alright, so we got -18, -33. That is not going to be approved. David Cook. -42, -36. You are very bad, sir. Where's that weird smell coming from? Probably from the incinerator. Take everything away, everything and divide it equally. That's what we're doing right now. I'm glad to take part in it. This is a very odd game, by the way. Martha Bennett, you're approved. Joseph Wood. -11 endurance, 19 stress tolerance, 42 intelligence. Another doctor. Elizabeth Thompson, you are green all aboard. I'm a machine. I will do anything without question or complaint. Wink, wink. Unfortunately, we need some bodies. So what is this? Is that showing red? That's purple. Maybe it's saying it requires more blood? Today's leaders needs to sober. Look at all the junk around us. Raymond Baker. That is probably true. Randy Scott, we could always use scientists. Welcome aboard. Olivia Parker, another engineer. Sometimes I can study upside down and stand on my head. Amanda Anderson. If only we had a factory like this back in the 20s. We'd show them. Unfortunately, you didn't quite make the cut. Kelly Johnson, another doctor. Welcome aboard. They say they have gender diversity issues. That's just the way I like it. Need to incinerate. I like drowning on and talking about myself. Do you want to see pictures of my kids? Endurance is kind of low. Stress tolerance and intelligence makes you just quite passable. Endurance is great. If you have work for a shrine for it, I'll gladly take it. If not, recycle me painlessly. Well, Susan Lewis, you are approved. George Bennett, you're approved. Don't know where that smell is coming from. Probably from the dead body. So we got, what, 80 blood? That's our order. So we got 80 out of 100. We're still doing a little bit low since we keep approving people. So unfortunately, we need to start dropping a little bit more people inside. But, you know, we are improving our colony. Andrew Jones, you succeed. Judy Cox, you succeed too. I've already managed to set up an excellent team. Me and my person behind me are going to work together. We'll see about that. Alright, well, she barely made the cut, but you know what? She technically does pass, so you get a keeper. And so you, unfortunately, going to require a little bit more. Hold on 1 minute, please. We need to swap over to the blood section. Stop your work over in the blood. Come down around over here into the meat section. Both of you can get to work on that, and it looks like we're about to knock out this next contract immediately. Nice! Alright, so you two, stop all that. Textiles. So we need people in hair and skin for textiles. I wonder, do we need the employee here to actually have an effect on that, or does it automatically just do its own thing? We're going to go back to our other shift, but we'll have to keep that in mind. So, let's see here. Yeah, you're approved, Paul Cox. Treese! Once again, you're approved. Joseph Williams, we need more people who can't. Once again, Vincent Adams, you seem to have made the cut. Kevin Lopez. Once again, another one approved. Man, we're approving a whole bunch of people today. Look at us, saving humanity. Except for you, buddy. Joseph Rodriguez, welcome aboard. And Juan Phillips, we're going to have to get rid of you. Good orders. Basic factory, let's see here. You know what? We'll approve you just since we are technically able to work. Dorothy Taylor, another one approved. Get over here to the factory. Alright. Textile, factory section textiles, 11 of 40 kilogram resources. Alright, so these guys are just going to be doing their thing. Is there a way to actually hire people? So we're supposed to complete 3 orders right now, so I guess we just literally have to wait on these guys. What else we can do? Alright, well that means we're going to have to drop a few more people off. 2319, you look like an ideal candidate for us, buddy. Kevin Lee, scientist. Of course, we're going to keep you aboard. Mary Davis, negative 22 intelligence, negative 26 endurance. That means, unfortunately, you are going to be going into a different place. Jessica Adams, welcome aboard. Margaret Webb. Ooh, barely made the cut. Judy Green, you're looking nice. What kind of operation are you running here? Why don't you let me go before those poor persecuted people? Sharon Davis, we need more power. Jeremy Taylor, you look like you're doing decent. Sophia Thompson. Once again, we're going to have to use you for other means. Sharon Lee, other means. Kelly Wilson, negative 10 intelligence, 48 stress tolerance, negative 27 endurance. Barely made the cut. You are a doctor, though, and you can handle things under stress, and that's going to be very essential. Sophia Turner? Sorry. Colin Williams, or William Collins. There we go. Mary Young, 37. I mean, technically, she did make the cut. Wait. Congratulations on completing your first workday, Miss McNeil. I'm afraid your uncle won't be picking you up. The committee is questioning him. I'm sure there's nothing serious. Security will escort you to your apartment. But first, you need to pay the factory employees their salary. That doesn't sound like a good deal. Employee salary minus 150 bucks. Penalty 0. Other expenses 0. Tank, we did mess up a couple times. Employee salaries are paid at the end of the day. You can pick who you're going to pay, but nobody likes working for free. Employees don't receive a salary and will lose loyalty. They will send the reports to the committee, which will decrease the trust in your organization. Oh, so I can decide which one gets the most money. That's kind of cool. So overall today we made 200 bucks. Survivability, we're starting to skyrocket though. Look at that. The only thing left is to decide who will have a workday tomorrow. Pay attention to the stress and fatigue level. Sometimes an employee needs rest. Make a smart decision about who will work tomorrow. This is your final task for today, Miss McNeil. I'll be waiting for you tomorrow morning at the checkpoint. Alright, well, it looks like we can pick anybody, right? Employees working tomorrow. Alright, so we want to deselect you. Low stress is good. This dude can work. That guy is about fine. So the only one who can't work right now is A. Martinez, who seems to have unnaturally high stress for some reason. Everybody else? Okay, so compensation. Looks like this dude's a little bit higher. We'll be fine. Employee pass. Tomorrow's shift. Order. Oh, ready to be completed. There are enough resources at the warehouse to complete this order. Construction crane. Okay, so let's go and do this. Complete that. Nice. Now, do we have any extra jobs? Alright, so we got textiles, we got canned foods. We need meat. We need blood. So if we get somebody working in blood, somebody working in meat, somebody working in bones, somebody working in skin, and somebody working in hair, that should about cover everything. Oops. We don't have a worker in the textiles, however, we should be able to get enough of a buildup inside of it to then eventually transfer over to that. So I think we're doing fine. We haven't actually put anyone inside of a break room yet. I wonder if putting that one employee who was stressing out into the break room, if that would have actually worked. Alright, so we got 8 hours. Start the day. Good morning, Miss McNeil. I have asked you to tell your uncle has been arrested. I'm sure it's just a slight misunderstanding. He'll be released any moment. I'm sorry you didn't get enough sleep, but the factory schedule cannot be changed. The workday begins at 8 a.m. and ends at 8 p.m. Accidents are common in the site of the factory. We're always looking for a new employee. You can hire one now. Oh, look at that, a suitable candidate. The visitor stats affect their performance of the factory. High intelligence will let them raise their competence quickly. Stress-resistant employee won't go mad during the first day of work, and an enduring one will work for longer without needing rest. Hire a visitor by giving him an employee card. Have them work starting tomorrow, otherwise they'll be tired. After that, go to the factory. Here you go, mister. Wait for you at the factory screen. Study the employees, McNeil. We're not interested in their appearance and gender. We're looking for 3 stats: competence, stress, fatigue. Competence grows as the employee works in the factory. They gain levels and buffs, increasing their performance. A high stress level is a risk for an employee. They might gain a debuff. A fatigue employee might accidentally fall into a bone grinder or die of exhaustion. Note that the employee is about to break down due to the stress or fatigue. Send them to the break room and they'll rest and ready for work tomorrow. And each of your employee has a strength and weakness, some of which may be acquired working at the factory. Keep that in mind when planning on work orders. Might be better at the meat section, while another prime candidate might be for recycled. Choose a new order and manage the factory. Please note that now the product factory section is able to produce canned food. However, at the moment, it only works in one mode. The switch is located inside the section's window. Oh, textiles. Swap it to canned foods. Nice. I think one of our orders is for canned foods. One of them is also for textiles, though. So we don't have anybody for bones at the moment, so we're going to stick him inside of the canned food production. We're going to start making canned food. We'll go about our day. Why is that? Runtime. I guess since we haven't started our work yet. Factory management is quite expensive endeavor. As you might have realized by now, earn 300 by completing commercial orders. Let's see how quickly you can do that, Miss McNeil. You're told for you to complete today's mandatory ARC order. Get to work, Miss McNeil. Sometimes it just things without wasting time thinking about them. Day 432 or approved. -29, -13. We need a little bit of extra stuff. So your intelligence, I've seen better though. So I'm not going to hire you, but I have seen better. Same with you. Getting there though. See, his intelligence is super low, but his stress and endurance is high. But we don't need bad employees. Sometimes the checkpoints will be visited by representatives from the government, the syndicate, or the Virtus Populi. The heads of the Earth might be at risk. The committee strives to maintain the balance of the factions at the Ark. We're hoping that the connections of the syndicate will not interfere with your fair and unbiased section of the colonists. Hey there, Shanice. Doing pretty well for yourself, ain't ya? Totally better than your uncle behind bars, eh? Don't worry about your pretty little head about it, though. The syndicate will always get him out in no time. By the by, there's a job for you. We need a chump for a stint. Can you get one of your working mates to do it? Go to the factory and send him to the Ark. I guess we kind of have to. You wish to transfer an employee to the Ark, Miss McNeil? Of course you can do that, but I suggest you do not abuse your power. Pick the employee you wish to transfer and send them to the Ark. The lucky person will leave the factory at the end of the workday. Why not? The factions adopted fixers, nothing personal, just business. The Mafia can help you solve quite a few problems. For a price, of course. I mean, they need 20% more rest, so I think that was a good job. It's nice to have powerful friends, isn't it, Miss McNeil? The syndicate has been kind enough to offer help in the management of the factory and the construction of the Ark. Considering the limited resources, the committee has accepted their help. Use the faction principal screen to see how your friends can help. Okay, so I'll be down here. So we got the fixers without battling an eye. So we can't actually put points into anything just quite yet. Looks like you get the fixers and without the battling eye. Stress does not decrease the faction employee performance. Mafia can help solve quite a few problems for a price, of course. So it looks like by helping these guys, we eventually start working each of these different categories. Cool. You're doing pretty well, Miss McNeil. Hurry on working as usual to the end of the day. For you. Why is that symbol there? Oh, Ark's condition. Okay, so you got some weird... Who are you? I'm wondering what these 4 different categories are. You're kind of bad though, so... You have a shield, -27, -40. You do have a cool face though, not gonna lie. Richard Bennett, once again. Sorry, buddy. Ashley Clark. George Lee. Gary Carter. Man, we're getting a lot of duds. Daniel Hernandez. We need a little bit more flame, sorry. Alan. You know what, buddy? You actually approved the cut. Matthew Jones. Nancy Thompson. Ooh. Here's an employee card. You there, sir, are unfortunately not going to do it. And we need a little bit more fuel. Keep on pumping up the stuff. Let's see. So you're approved. Approved. Disapproved. Disapproved. There we go. Now we're doing good on fuel again. You actually look decent. Actually worked. Nice. Why am I losing so much food? What? What was going on over there? Alright, you're approved again. Nice. You guys saw like the food and everything was dropping all crazy, like. Alright, so we hired 3 employees. We're doing good today. See, so we need to drop you. Okay, so it is completing. Nice. You made the cut. Congratulations. So it looks like we're going to need to at least get majority of these guys. So once again, you're a little too low. Sorry, buddy. Ashley Webb. You're kind of a nobody. Why aren't you part of a faction? This guy looks good all around. We probably should have hired him. Unfortunately, we used it on some other people, but you know what? We'll be fine. Jennifer Carter. You've been approved. Welcome aboard. Harold Turner. Now, are we supposed to actually complete all of these before the end of the day? Because if so, we're kind of doing a bad job. But I mean, I am approving and disapproving people that I think would be a good fit. Don't you sit here and rush me. Guess we need to go back to this tab. Stop time. Meet. All right, hold on. You. Everybody needs to go into the meat section immediately. Versus 150 bucks. Well, you're kind of fatigued. What about you? I mean, I feel like with those two working together, that should work a little bit faster. We need textiles. We don't need canned food anymore, so we can swap that to textiles. And we should already have people in hair already. So we'll do one into skin. You're kind of fatigued. We'll run the clock and see if we can get it in time. So basically, we're just going to need to drop a whole bunch of people. You're approved! Man, we're going to fail our first day. I mean, technically we did 2 tasks. Good job, Miss McNeil. Your workday, your factory's order. So is our corporation. You surprised? What? Good job, Miss McNeil. Your workday at the factory is over. So is our cooperation. Are you surprised? Your uncle planned a coup at the committee, blackmail, bribes, assassinations, quite common tools of the syndicate. But he bit off more than he could chew. We know that it took you a bribe for an employee here. You've been a good employee, but the committee can no longer trust you. The recycling papers have been signed. Do not resist the security officers. Your body will serve in Vert 5. Farewell, Miss McNeil. Article 77. Is that our uncle? Don't sign it! Good morning, citizens of Vert 5. Today's top story. The Human Survival Committee's security force has discovered a coup in the making. The criminal organization was led by the factory's administrator, Shanice McNeil. She admitted her guilt and has been punished accordingly. Sadly, due to her concerns of rebellion, the entirety of the construction factory administration will need to be reformed. The new administrator, Patrick Wells, the head of the space program, rescued by us from the terrorists at Vert 77. Patrick was amazed by our hospitality and technology advancements. He is sure the Ark's construction will be completed soon. We wish him luck and welcome home to Vert 5, the greatest place on Earth. That's all in the news for today. See you tomorrow, same channel, same time. Alright guys, well it looks like that's going to be it for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.